If you live and work in another language than your native language, you know that after a while it almost becomes like a second skin. Still, sometimes in the details, in the nuances, you don't find the exact words, or you think you found them, but they get interpreted differently by native speakers. I often get this question, Carolyn, I work in English, but it's not my native language. And I have the feeling that I'm not as good as the other ones because of that. It's like a hurdle or a complex that I carry around. How can I get over that? You're smart enough, you're intelligent enough. You've proved it as you live and work in a foreign language. So concentrate on your strength, stop worrying about your accent, and make peace with the fact that you'll never be a native speaker in that foreign language. If you do have weaknesses, and these have been noticed over and over again by people who care for your development, of course, I suggest that you take lessons to improve your language skills so that you reach a new level of knowledge and of confidence also. If you work in an international environment with colleagues who have another native language as yours, be aware of these false friends. As an example, in German, the verb kontrollieren means to check, but someone may translate it with the verb to control, and then it gets a totally different meaning, and it can lead to very big misunderstandings. If you work in your native language with colleagues who also have this language as their native language, there are plenty of situations where there can be misunderstandings as well. I mean, you talk about the details and the CFO about the big picture. You just see the problems and your boss wants to have a solution. Or you're new in a company and you're shocked at how informally people engage with each other. Now, you and me, actuaries, we love numbers. Otherwise, you wouldn't have chosen this profession. You may not be so thrilled when it's about writing long texts. I mean, who likes to write guidelines or even worse, like documentation for programming? You know, we let the word lovers deal with the words, and we, the number crunchers, deal with the numbers. Here, don't get me wrong, we're not solely one or the other, but some people may be at the very end of the axis. You may deal with people who don't have problems with the numbers, but they don't know all the technical terms that you are using. For some people, only hearing present value or discounting it's enough. They just don't want to listen anymore. When I was calculating pension liabilities according to IAS 19, as you know, it's the client who's responsible for the assumptions. So every year we would meet, we would still discuss about interest rate, inflation, future salary increases, and mortality tables. So when for you, maybe it's in your day-to-day language to say mortality table, for other people, it may just be bringing them closer to the grave. As nugget number 4, I will say develop a deep appreciation for the topic of languages, may it be linguistic, cultural, or technical.